Hey guys, I haven't posted in a long time. Found this the other day. I was at my friend's house. He had a pretty awesome little RC crawler. So this is my heavily modified Gladiator. If you don't know about these, brand is Axial, Axial. They make a couple different sizes. They make a 124 scale like this one. They make a 110, and I think they make like a 6 scale. I played with my friend's little base camp and his Bronco, and I instantly fell in love. These are not the fast RC cars that haul butt all around. When you crash into the curb, they go, this is a crawler. It's meant for going slow and steady. And just like your real Jeep, there's tons of mods you can do. You can do wheels. You take the plastic ones off. You put metal ones. Tires. These are larger tires than the factory ones. These were the original tires that were on there. So plastic. They're glued on. And this is my first jump into this. I lifted it. I did different springs, played with the shocks. I put really long travel shocks on here now. Let's see here, buddy. It's pretty much everything you can do with your Jeep. Oh. My desk is a mess here. You can do with your crawler. So this is kind of fun. It's something you can do at home. Look at the articulation. 3D printed a roof rack, 3D printed side steps. Lots of upgrades. I changed out the transmission, changed out the motor, moved the controller back to the back, wired lights in there, heavier duty servo, and I did it like one item at a time. So like I did it a metal steering linkage. I did metal brass diff covers to make it heavier. I did brass steering knuckles. I upgraded the axles. I changed the gears. Each, just like a truck, it's got a rear differential. A drive shaft going to the front, drive shaft going to the rear. Motor, transmission transfer case. It's a 1-speed. You can buy so many cool parts and really play with it. Kind of make it your own. I'm also, because I've changed so many parts on this now that I almost can build a second rig. So I 3D printed this chassis on the Bamboo website. My original shocks, I transferred over. My original suspension links, I transferred over to this one. I had put in aluminum links in here and high clearance links that have I 3D printed axle shafts. I built the axles. It was super cool. I just chilling here at my desk, 3D printed axles. I changed the gearing front and rear in there, and it's not hard. They are tiny little screws. These are 1.4, I think. So you get yourself a good pair of glasses and a light. But later tonight, I'll have Amazon, and most of these parts are pretty cheap, depending on what you get. But But everything I upgraded onto this, I'm moving over to this. So I have, I think, some bearings coming in for the steering knuckles. And then I'm going to upgrade the motor again from this one to a brushless and a receiver. So I'm going to move this one over, and my daughter will run this one. Super cool, super fun. I did order myself a bigger Jeep that I'm going to be playing with too. So we'll see. And then I'm 3D printing tons of cool stuff. I found a CJ body. This is heavy though. This is going to be more for looks, but you know, it's going to look something like that. So I'm going to paint the interior, but like, check out, free 3D print from Bamboo. Super cool. There's tons of different bodies, different chassis you can do. If you want something fun, you like 4x in your Jeep, but you know, you can't get out every day. Every day I can walk outside and put this in my planter, and there's a little hiking trail down at the end of my cul-de-sac, and I can drop him on there and just go rock crawling. And it is super, super fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a blast and getting some steps in. And so if you want to check it out, look into an RC crawler. It's a blast to play with. I'm always now looking at rocks in the neighborhood and stuff, but I put lights, I put front lights, I put an interior light, I put tail lights. You can really do a lot. There's tons of different bodies you can buy, different, like I was lucky they had a Gladiator. Once I played with it and I noticed that they had a Gladiator, I was like, dude, and it's green. They make like a white, a blue, a black, a green. I think the blue was the older generation. I don't know if they still made it. And I'm even doing a hot rod chassis right now. That's a little shorter. For this guy. Oh, it was like this. But like I printed this all out. It's gonna be a super awesome hot rod where like the servo and everything's over here. The motor sits right here. Wheels will be back here. So I gotta build the axles for that. And check it out. I think I'm gonna print it again this way. Maybe it'll smooth it out a little bit, but you put your worm gear up here. You put your gear here, and you slide bearings, and you put axle shafts in there, and it's a rear metal axle shafts, bearings, gear. You can either get them brass or steel, and it is super cool. It's locked up. I love it. So super cool. I don't know, you guys can see it, but like, look at the articulation. Shocks. You can change springs, different fluids, different heights you can do. Just like your truck, you can really mod it and make it super cool. I did metal drive shafts. Check these out. When I did my lift, I got so much more articulation now that my drive shaft just was too short, so it would slip out. So start slow, really go find some little rocks in your neighborhood. You can build cool courses and drive it. Figure out your lines. You're always flipping it over, add some weight to it, you know, work on it a bit, and then you'll start crawling them. I taught tons of videos on the on some of my crawling. It's kind of hard to shoot, so we're gonna see if I get the GoPro back out and do that. But I'm really enjoying the crawling. There's other models. we might try. We're thinking maybe a Traxxas, a TX4M. It's a little bit bigger, has a bigger motor, a little faster. I think it has a 2-speed transmission. Super cool. But you could unbolt all this stuff. There's even a little cowboy in there with a hat. He's rocking. So yeah, super enjoy it. I'm loving it right now. You can't go wheeling every day in your truck, but you can go wheeling in your yard every day with one of these guys. So, and if you have a 3D printer, it's even cooler, man. You can just 3D print so much stuff. Really enjoying it. So I will check you guys later.